Very welcome, dear students. Now, dear students, in this video we are going to talk about this hypereutectoid transformation. Okay, so once again the same portion of this main diagram. Okay, and here now I am going to choose the composition of this steel at 1%, and with that composition I am going again as usual to the temperature at say 950 degrees centigrade, because we know that this is the hypoeutectoid region, isn't it? And at 0.8% that is the eutectoid region, and this region, dear students, this is the hypereutectoid region, and we are going to see the transformation in this zone, dear students. Okay, in this zone, so definitely I have chosen here the 1% carbon, and definitely I am going at 950 degrees centigrade. So of course at 950 degrees centigrade everything is gamma austenite, dear students, isn't it? So basically if you look at, dear students, from 0.8 to 2.1%, whatever the uh, value is there up to 2.1% of carbon, that will be our hypereutectoid steel, isn't it? And in the same region we have uh, reached to the 950 degrees centigrade, where the everything is gamma austenite, and that's still having 1% of carbon. Okay, dear students. So if I draw the pictures here, dear students, at 950 degrees centigrade all are gamma, isn't it? So we know that at 950 degrees centigrade everything is gamma austenite. Like that I will show you the grains. So everything is gamma at 950 degrees centigrade, isn't it? Or temperature greater than, say, or greater than equal to 950 degrees centigrade. So dear students, so here this every grain of this gamma contains 1% of what? The carbon. Okay, and if you now do the equilibrium cooling, when it hits this ACM line, now I started cooling. Okay, so definitely it is going to hit this ACM line, where the last trace of cementite was there. Dear students, we have understood about each and every line and its temperature. Okay, like A1, A0, ACM and A3. Okay, so dear students, when we are doing this equilibrium cooling, and when this hits to this ACM line at a point, say here, so that point, dear students, is known as the saturated point. This point is known as, dear students, the saturated point, or this point actually having the maximum solubility of the carbon in the austenite. This point, rather, I can have this maximum solubility of carbon in austenite. Now dear students, now if we come below of this point, below of this saturated point, so carbon percent, definitely see, if you are coming on this line, definitely the carbon percent goes on decreasing, isn't it? And definitely in the gamma grains, whatever these gamma grains are there, from that the carbon going to come out, the carbon comes out. How? As a precipitate of cementite. Precipitate of cementite. So dear students, because as you are coming on this line, definitely carbon percentage coming down. So definitely whatever the carbon in the gamma grains is coming out as the precipitate of cementite. And this will lead to the formation of the pro-eutectoid cementite. Pro-eutectoid cementite. As we have seen in the hypoeutectoid transformation, from this A3 line up to this A1 line, so we have here this alpha at the grain boundaries, and up to here this alpha will grow at the grain boundaries, isn't it? And below that, definitely below A1 line, dear students, the alpha is eutectoidally present in the form of layer with the cementite, isn't it? So same thing is here. Okay, same thing is here. Here actually what happened? So here we have not got the alpha, okay, but we got the precipitate. Sorry, we have not got the cementite, but here along this grain boundaries, whatever the carbon come out, which is like the precipitate. So definitely I will show you here how this carbon comes out as a precipitate. So see dear student, I will show with the nebular. So actually this is the precipitate of carbon, that is precipitate of, sorry, cementite. Carbon is coming out in the form of precipitate of cementite. Okay, so actually in this hypoeutectoid region, dear students, there was the formation of alpha at the grain boundaries, isn't it? We have seen it. This is all gamma, gamma, gamma. But here it is coming out as the precipitate of cementite. These are the gamma grains, gamma grains, gamma grains. Okay. So dear students, so whatever this network we have getting here of the cementite, so this is what, dear students, this is the proeutectoid cementite network. And you know that for cementite formation, how much carbon required? Of course, 6.67 percentage of carbon. And this is a network, dear student, isn't it? So this is going to happen, dear students, in case of the hypereutectoid transformation. Okay, so here definitely cementite will form the network along these grain boundaries of gamma. Along the grain boundaries of gamma, we have got here the network of the cementite, and this is called as, dear students, the stoichiometric point. Okay, this is actually called as the stoichiometric point, that is compound which contains exact 6.67 percentage of carbon. Okay, ये कहां से कहां हुआ डियर स्टूडेंट्स? एसीएम लाइन से नीचे और A1 लाइन तक, ये सब चीजें कहां पे हो गई? जो कार्बन डिक्रीज होता होता चला गया, सो कार्बन बाहर निकलता चला गया गैमा ग्रेन से, और वो प्रेसिपिटेट किसका बना? सीमेंटाइट का बना. ओके, सो नाउ we are coming down again below this A1 line. This is the line our, that is A1 line, isn't it? So now, dear students, further we cool down the steel below this A1 line. So what is going to happen? So what is going to happen, dear students? So we know that this gamma austenite is going to convert eutectoidally into what? The layers of what? The layers of alpha and Fe3C, that we know very well, isn't it? So below the A1 line definitely, भले वो हाइपोयूटेक्टॉइड ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो, यूटेक्टॉइड ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो या हाइपरयूटेक्टॉइड हो, लेयर बाय लेयर फॉर्म में कौन है इसके अंदर? एक अल्फा का लेयर और दूसरा सीमेंटाइट का. अल्फा सीमेंटाइट, अल्फा सीमेंटाइट. बट in hypereutectoid, what extra we are getting here? We are getting here this additional, the cementite get precipitated along the grain boundaries, which will call it as the proeutectoid cementite. Okay, so definitely, dear students, this is, say, one is layer of alpha and another is layer of the cementite, which is present, of course, below the A1 line, definitely, isn't it? That is nothing but the perlite we have seen. But along with that, this additional cementite network is present in this case. Okay, so of course, dear students, this red will be what? This proeutectoid cementite, and Here this cementite I am showing here, which is the eutectoid cementite, isn't it? So this is how, dear students, we are getting the transformation in the hypereutectoid steels, or this is the hypereutectoid transformation, dear students. Okay, so we have seen the evolution of microstructure. So finally, let me draw it very nicely, dear students. Okay, so this will be the gamma grain. For the simplicity, I am drawing this kind of grains, dear students. Okay, these are the gamma grains, and along the grain boundaries of gamma, the precipitation of what? Say the precipitation of cementite network. This will be the cementite, which will be known as the pro-eutectoid cementite, because यूटेक्टॉइड से पहले जो सीमेंटाइड बना है माइक्रोस्ट्रक्चर में, दैट इज व्हाई द नेम इज प्रो यूटेक्टॉइड. ओके, और जो यूटेक्टॉइड के बाद बना है, हाउ इट हैज मेड आफ्टर यूटेक्टॉइड, दैट इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ लेयर बाय लेयर स्ट्रक्चर, लेयर बाय लेयर. So below A1 line, no more austenite will be there, dear students. So definitely it will get converted into ferrite and cementite in the lamellar form, like this. So the black is Fe3C, and red I will show you with this alpha. So dear students, see, this is the pro-eutectoid cementite. Already it is, this is pro-eutectoid cementite in blue color, and this black color within this grain of gamma, gamma will be no more. So this is the eutectoid cementite, Fe3C. Okay, so this is how we are going to get uh, the microstructure in case of the hypoeutectoid transformation, dear students. Okay, now dear students, let me cover in this topic itself what are the different types of the alpha that we are having, dear students. Okay, I hope it is there. See, so let us see this. What are the different types of alpha, dear students, we are having? So the first type, dear student, we have here already. This is the alpha, which is it in between the boundary of the two grains. Okay, this is one grain and this is one grain in between the boundary of two grains. Okay, so this is the boundary of two grains. This is the boundary of two grains. We have this alpha. So say here is gamma and here is gamma. Then the second type we are having, dear student, the faceted. Okay, so like this is gamma, and in between we are having this alpha. Then third we can have, dear students, that is the both side faceted, both side faceted. It will look like this, both side faceted. So here gamma, and this is our alpha. And dear student, very famous structure that we are having, that is second, I will have the Widmanstätten plates. How actually this uh, type of structure look like? So it is like this. Say this is the boundary of this, all are alpha, 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 alpha. Okay, and this is the gamma. So here this plates of alpha, okay, these alpha plates, like how they are looking like the needle, they are looking like the needles. Okay, so this is known as the Widmanstätten plates, like needle structure of alpha. And Here also we are having this alpha, but at curved surface or like curved. Of course, this is what? This is the boundary. This is the boundary. Then the third we are having, dear students, that is the intergranular. Intergranular. Inside the grain of, say, this gamma, we are having this alpha. And last, dear students, that is the type of alpha that we are seeing, dear students. Okay, out of this alpha and cemented, we are seeing this alpha is idiomorph. So say this is the grain of alpha. Within that grain we are having, sorry, the grain of austenite, that is gamma, and within that we are having this alpha. So actually this is having very least probability to form, least probability of formation. So dear students, of course this is, I think, not in the scope of our syllabus, but yes, these are the various types of alpha, different types of alpha we are having. Okay, so dear students, thank you so much for seeing this video, and definitely we will continuing in the next videos, that is the other austenitic transformation than this hypoeutectoid, eutectoid and hypereutectoid transformation. That in the coming videos, dear students, we are going to talk about the martensitic transformation, the Benedict transformation, okay, like that. So thank you so much, dear students.